historical aspects of it.
The Staublin family never expected to learn so much about Chicago history while restoring their home. But each small discovery adds to a great appreciation of their home's humble beginnings.
It's like, you know, it's like finding a little treasure. It's a little secret treasure in these little hidden pockets throughout the house, all these different things that we found. You're also learning something about these people, and you're sort of preserving something about them as well. I mean, just by preserving this house, we're preserving a part of their lives as well.
Mark and Valerie have won an award for exterior restoration in Chicago. No small feat in a town that is very proud of its architectural heritage. When we come back, this is a very modern house, but believe it or not, it has a history that goes back several decades. We'll meet the couple building the house and discovering its past. Stay with us.
Find glass all over the yard, definitely.
But for the budding house detectives, the greatest discovery came in tearing down the old building.
Well, we started tearing off the black shingles out, or the first layer of siding, and after taking a couple feet off, we realized that there's a layer of purple siding underneath. And then we just started thinking, this is going to be an awful task.
Then we started coming across words, and that was really surprising. We got it all uncovered, and it was a beautiful day, sunny out, a lot of people walking by, a lot of people driving by, taking pictures of the house, taking pictures of us with the house. Just a lot of people who actually remember the signs from back in the 30s or 40s when they were there. This is the sign that pretty much confirmed for us it was a flower shop. We really weren't sure, but we had heard that it was a flower shop. Then we later found the phone number and everything. I think these signs were probably covered up about 50 years.
John and Christy have already brought the larger historical sign into their modern home and plan to bring Say It With Flowers in as soon as they finish building. It's their way of honoring the history.
I feel like we have a very historic house, even though to look at it, a person wouldn't know that.
John and Christy have done much of the work on the house themselves.
Building the house and first demolishing the house and then building the house was a pretty exhausting year. We worked weekends, we worked nights, we were dirty all the time, it was dusty.
Now they plan to work just as hard, growing the history of their old Queen Anne house.
To know that it was at one time a flower shop and a place where the community kind of all came together and waited for the trolleys right there. It's exciting to know that it isn't a new house. It does have a story. It does have history.
John and Christy have never actually lived in a real house. Since they've been together, they've lived in a rehab bank, an old high school, a former military boys' school, and now the flower shop. The newcomers on the block hope to discover even more about the role of the flower shop in their historic neighborhood. When we come back, we'll revisit the Philadelphia home that we showed you earlier. The homeowners discovered this very unusual antique hidden in the stables of their house. It turns out it's a very useful item, and we'll tell you what it is when we return.